I'm at the Heinz Endowment with Margaret Petruska. Let me ask you your title, please.
Senior Director of the Children, Youth, and Families Program.
And I want to thank you so much for finding time in your extremely busy schedule to sit down and talk with me about Joyce Rothermel. I've told you my story of how I've met Joyce and the kind of impact she's made on me. I know you've been here for 26 years and have done some funding. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank?
Yes, knowing that I was going to do this interview, I thought of a quote that Teresa Heinz has said in the past, and I think I want to share that with you because it really represents Joyce's life's work, or at least I feel it represents her life's work. And the quote goes something like this: places become what people dream, and in the absence of dreams, they very often become what people fear. Bold dreams, then, are the hallmark of great places. And certainly the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is a great place. And but it took Joyce and her pursuit of a bold dream. I bet you've heard how relentless she has been over the course of her career, but she stuck to that dream, and I think, in my opinion, she's taken substantial risk. And what's unusual in her, 23-year career, she's been able to really sustain that dream. I have funded a lot of nonprofits in my 26 years here at the endowments, and I find it unusual to have somebody who can be the visionary and then continue that vision, manage the growth, take the risk, keep it moving forward in times of, great resources and in times like recessions when resources are really hard to come by, that she kept moving this organization forward, always filling gaps, and that's pretty amazing. She was tireless at it, and again, I bet that's a word you've heard. I try to think of different words, but she was able to her timing in building this organization, I think, was very strategic. When I looked back over the number of grants, and for a large foundation like ours that has some significant resources, we've given about $1 million, and so that's not, in the big picture, a lot of money. And yet she came to us at critical times, starting in 1995, where we gave a very small $27,000 grant to actually continue the neighborhood farm stands. And she took that grant and grew it and put it together with other funders. Now she has an amazing network of programs over, and you know this, over 11 counties. In the beginning, it was, she distributed, something like 1 million pounds of food, and we're looking at almost 24 million pounds. And to do that and to build the infrastructure that supports it is an amazing feat. And the infrastructure, not only staff, she has very interesting staff that she's been able to keep together and find their niches and find where they have the expertise. But as you know, she's created a green building, built it, funded it. I think it's been the 4th location that the food bank was in. And again, that was at a very critical time when Pittsburgh was looking to increase the number of green buildings and sustainable practices. She came to us first. We gave her a very small grant for technical assistance, and then we gave some small support to support that building. But so she's done the building, she's done the staff, and she's done the network of programs that unfortunately, as you know, have continued to grow because poverty is growing and increasing, and hunger. We haven't been able to solve the hunger problem in this region or across this country.
Right. Of all the ways that Joyce leads that organization, what could someone else take from that if they are developing their own or trying to assist in some way? What can we take from her?
Well, it's an unusual combination, and I'm sure the next director will have their own special skills, but this skill set of having the passion, the compassion, and then the tough-mindedness to put all that together is not a bad chapter to take from her book.
Not at all.
She's very strategic. A lot of people are good at doing the program side and don't like the policy work. I think, in my opinion, Joyce did both very well. She understood she could continue to grow programs, continue to raise the amount of pounds of foods that needed to be distributed. But she knew if she didn't look at the system issues, the policy issues that were affecting poverty, that, you know, it would continue to increase, even maybe more so. So she's known as much for her on-the-ground work, best practice in how to distribute food, as much as she's known for her policy work. And she's not only known locally here, she's a star nationally. Again, to be able to be both and devote the kind of time to doing both national and local work is pretty remarkable. This region will miss her. I think I can, in my 26 years, plus years, I can name a handful plus of just outstanding, remarkable leaders, and she would be on that hand. She leaves a strong agency that behind, with strong staff, a great board, and such goodwill that I know the food bank will be very successful in the future. And we still will have her around, I know.
I think so.